She's so fine. Hell of a, blows my mind. Hell of a, lights my day.
What's good, guys? I wanted to do just a brief video to clarify one thing. I have previously posted 2 videos regarding Laquesha Holmes, who was shot 12 times in Chicago in August of 2017. And I just wanted to clarify that that is not activist Andrew Holmes' daughter. And I'm going to show you that in this video. This is a video from ABC 7. Community anti-violence activist Andrew Holmes honors slain daughter Tamara Sword 5 years after unsolved murder. This is from August the 23rd of 2020. Dolton, Illinois. Well-known Chicago anti-violence activist Andrew Holmes, a man known for working with families impacted by gun violence, honored his daughter on the 5th anniversary of her murder Saturday. Holmes, along with family members, held a balloon release in Dolton for his daughter Tamara Sword. She was caught in the middle of a gunfight near an Indianapolis nightclub back in 2015. The crime scene was littered with some .45 caliber shell casings. The gunfire apparently came from several people involved in a scuffle at a nightclub next to a gas station. Sword was outside the station when the shooting started and ran and jumped into a car hoping to find shelter from the bullets. It didn't work. Her father says she was shot in the chest and died. Everybody says it's going to be alright. No, it will never be alright because my baby ain't here, Holmes said during the balloon release. Then you say she's in a better place. We all pray and we believe in Christ. A better place is right here. Holmes says no one has been charged with his daughter's murder. Let's see if I can get the video to play.
He was a workaholic like me. And, for...
A vocal advocate for peace on the streets of Chicago, silenced now after his own daughter is gunned down at a gas station in Indianapolis. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ravi Bachwal. Karen Jordan has tonight off. Andrew Holmes has spent decades working to stop gun violence in Chicago, and now he finds himself on the other side of a story that he knows all too well. Eyewitness News reporter John Garcia joining us with more on the shooting and the reaction here in Chicago tonight. John?
Ravi, 32-year-old Tamara Sword apparently got caught in the middle of a gun battle near an Indianapolis nightclub. It's the kind of crime that her father would typically respond to with help and comfort for the victims' families. Tonight, however, he is the one in need of comforting. The crime scene littered with 45 shell casings. The gunfire apparently coming from people involved in a scuffle at a nightclub next to this Indianapolis gas station. Tamara Sword was outside the station when the shooting started, but ran and jumped into a car, hoping to find shelter from the bullets. It didn't work. Her father says she was shot in the chest and died.
It was senseless. I worked very hard for many years as an activist to reduce gun violence. I done worked with so many families, and then it hits my home deep, my own daughter.
Andrew Holmes has comforted hundreds of Chicago families whose loved ones have been victims of gun violence. He works tirelessly to help police track down suspects and speaks out against gun violence. But it never touched him directly with a member of his immediate family until now. His 32-year-old daughter was a mother of 5 children living in Indianapolis, supposedly far away from the often violent streets of Chicago that had become so familiar to her father.
It's horrible, and yet Andrew would be the first one to say that violence can strike anyone at any time.
Activist priest Michael Flager lost his adopted 18-year-old son Jarvis to gun violence nearly 2 decades ago. But he says the pain still feels fresh. He's spoken to Holmes and knows just how difficult this is.
You know what you told other folks in those situations when you can't make sense out of it. You just got to trust God. You got to not let this consume you.
Someone that just take my baby's life. And it ain't right. It ain't right.
The man whose car Tamara jumped into was also killed. The Chicago Survivors Group is planning a prayer vigil tomorrow morning in Indianapolis. The group is also offering a $16,000 reward for information that leads to the gunman. Live in the Media Center, John Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Robbie, back to you.
All right.
With that being said, and regardless of how I may feel about...
He was a workaholic like me.
Sorry, guys. Regardless of how I may feel about Andrew Holmes or anyone else, it's hard not to have empathy or sympathy for Andrew Holmes. I will remind you, I don't do this often, but the story of Lazarus, even Jesus had empathy. He wept. So just keep that in mind the next time you find yourself in that situation where you're not really relating to the situation. And I'm going to end the video on that note. I just wanted to show that, no, Laquesha Holmes is not Andrew Holmes' daughter. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.